What is Marathon? Bungie's latest project. If you've been keeping up, you know it's being labeled as a hero extraction shooter. But what even is that? When you hear hero shooter, you probably think Overwatch. Or if you're trying to sound unique and cool and special and different, you're probably going to say Paladins. And when you think extraction shooter, your mind probably jumps to Escape from Tarkov. You drop in, you loot, you shoot, and hopefully you make it out alive. But Marathon, a hero extraction shooter, sounds like it's mixing those two genres, blending unique characters with individual abilities and high-risk, high-reward extraction gameplay. But is that assessment really a fair one-to-one comparison? Or is there more going on under the surface? Well, let's talk about it. This weekend I had the opportunity to watch Bungie's Marathon gameplay reveal event live on Twitch as a Marathon partner. I even got access to some closed alpha codes, which I gave away to the community. Side note, if you want to be a part of future events like that, come hang out on Twitch at twitch.tv/link. Can't wait to see you there. During the event, we got our first real look at gameplay, and we also got some insight into the devs' mindset as they reintroduced this IP, which, by the way, is actually a classic Bungie game from way back in 1994. The original Marathon was a sci-fi first-person shooter released exclusively on Mac. So yeah, there was a point in time where Mac gamers actually had something to do. It was one of Bungie's first breakout titles, known for its deep lore, AI gone rogue, and cryptic storytelling. Stuff that honestly laid the groundwork for what we'd later see in Halo and other Bungie games, probably like Destiny. But this new Marathon, it's not a remake, it's not a reboot, it's a reimagining. Same universe, far into the future, with a completely new gameplay direction. Instead of playing as a super soldier, you're a runner. A cybernetic mercenary diving into a hostile world for loot, intel, and secrets. The stakes are high, and every match is a gamble. Also, I think the planet is called Tau Ceti? So it's a bold new take on an old school Bungie universe, and during the event, we finally got to see what gameplay actually looks like. And let me tell you, I had some thoughts.
You know, we've obviously got a chance to go ahead and dive a little deeper. We've done some telling. Let's go ahead and do some more showing by taking a bit of a deeper dive into some more Marathon gameplay.
Yes, please.
Let's do it.
Bungie. Gameplay overview. World premiere.
Marathon is a team-based extraction shooter.
So it looks like squads of 3.
Mysterious and cutthroat world of Tau Ceti 4. You are a runner, a cybernetic mercenary who's given up their human form for a biosynthetic shell with unique abilities and stats, capable of both tactical and fast-paced combat. Here you'll fight in a crew of up to 3 players across a variety of zones and points of interest.
Just something about the art style I really like.
18 players, countless security
18
forces,
players?
and otherworldly threats. To scavenge the remains of a lost colony.
Kind of like that.
And fortune.
What's that, like, creepy extraction shooter game?
The environments of Tau Ceti 4 are filled with weapons, materials, and equipment you can scavenge.
Kind of nostalgic. There's something about it.
Before deploying, you'll strategically build your loadout and select a runner.
Oh, it's
Ensure you're
PvP
equipped for the
18.
run ahead.
What did it say? 18 other players or 18
Your objective
teams?
is simple.
Hunt Showdown.
Get in,
It's like Hunt Showdown.
gather as much loot as you can, and make it out alive.
Pay attention, don't it?
Die, and all your gear will be
PvPvE.
up for grabs. Survive, and your loot can be taken into future runs as you grow in power and fill your vault.
That's cool.
Death
I mean, yeah, it's...
is inevitable, but it's never the end. Think quickly on your feet and outplay your opponents, and in your next run, you and your teammates will be the ones coming out on top. And even if you're down on your luck, factions can sponsor you with a fresh loadout, so you can get right back into the fight.
Buff baby. I'm a buff
Bungie
baby,
brings
but
its
I dance like a man.
best-in-class first-person multiplayer action to the forefront. Dynamic and tactile gunplay, runners with unique playstyles, and customizable builds create highly dynamic and strategic team fights.
Fall damage? Is that fall
Whether
damage?
you're on a
Tim the
zero
Tat
to
Man's gonna
hero
hate
run
this.
or high-roll
Zero to hero!
gear, you'll need to use your best judgment when you decide which fights to pick and how. Because no matter how geared you are, players with skill and strategy will always have the
They
edge.
know about the zero to hero, dude. That's crazy.
Marathon is designed to be played in crews, with contextual pings, shared objectives, and down but not out, to streamline playing with your friends. Death is not the end. And if you're the last one standing, you can overcome the odds to revive your teammates and get out with your hard-earned loot. And if you believe your skills alone are enough to conquer any challenge, we give you the freedom to opt out of crew fill to take all the glory for yourself as a solo runner. No two runs in Marathon ever play out the same. With dynamic events, variable weather, and unpredictable players, you'll have to adapt on the fly if you want to survive.
It's
Each
pretty
run has a
standard.
time limit, and anything can happen while you're chasing your objective.
Pretty standard looter shooter
Looking to
experience, dude,
unlock
but it
upgrades
looks
or
good.
increase your faction reputation. Slip into the shadows as Void and ghost past your enemies. Search the map for rare materials and profit opportunities without being discovered. Want to push enemy teams and steal their loot? Bring in Glitch with agility implants and your strongest weapons to disrupt rival crews.
Okay, Glitch does look kind of cool.
Running support for your friends. Grab extra equipment, shield charges, and a specialized backpack to be the lifeline they need. You're always free to experiment with team compositions, and the only limit to how you want to play your runner is your loot and imagination.
3 of the same
Endgame
character?
Challenges, ranked play, discovering secrets, seasonal storytelling, community events, and more all await you in Season 1, where you and your friends
Ranks
will start
in a
to
looter
unravel
shooter?
the mysteries of Tau Ceti 4. Remember, you're only ever one run away from your next big score.
Gamba. September 23rd. Did I see that?
right.
September 23rd.
It's a decent amount of gameplay. Huh?
I'm not gonna lie,
material.
this type of game, like Tarkov, but with a better art style kind of thing. I mean, Tarkov is like a realistic shooter; it's fine, but like this is kind of appealing to have this kind of like art style. I bet you there's quests. There's probably NPCs that give you quests and then stuff. They said there's like narrative story stuff for each season
Yeah,
and
that
stuff like
actually is a
that.
good
So
segue from, and I'm not making this name up, Ballin' Hobo asks,
Ballin'
what do
Hobo.
I do with the loot when I extract? Like, why does it matter in the long run?
let's see what you do with
Yeah,
that.
there's a variety of reasons. So a lot of it was related to sort of our
No, you're
factions
good, man.
and
Don't worry.
contract system. But if you want to talk a little bit about that, Lars.
Yeah, I mean, we've got this entire system we call factions. You're doing contracts.
Here you
They're
go.
like missions, and
Hey.
you are being
Good question, Matt.
greeted originally by AI representative because you are a mercenary. You don't really have allegiance to anyone. They are going to pay you to do these jobs, and so they'll give you these missions to do. And as you're doing these missions, like Andrew said, sometimes you'll run into danger. But the cool thing about, I think, a lot of the faction and the contract system is like you could complete the, download the agricultural survey from this one area on one of the zones, and you're doing the thing, and you've sort of done it. So even if you die, you've still made progress there, which I think is a really cool aspect of that feature. But then there's also this other meta layer where as you're working with the different factions, they allow you to upgrade yourself over time, and so you can increase your heat meter, you can
Upgrades.
increase your loot speed, things like that.
Oh, actually, I like that.
Hey, where we got boys about?
I wonder if it's gonna look slightly different since this is still like an alpha. If the graphics are gonna improve any. I'm not saying I want them to or anything like that, but I wonder if like they're still polishing and the look will change a little bit. I don't mind it, but I kind of feel like they probably have some polishing to do. Surfaces and such. Okay, he looks pretty cool.
Welcome once again. Once again. As a new
Fuck?
shelf. As a new shelf.
You get different style? Okay, dude, this is my character, dude.
Like $1 trillion.
Yeah. So as I mentioned in my reaction, this game feels more like a Hunt Showdown extraction shooter compared to a Tarkov extraction shooter. But overall, I kind of like what I saw from this game. I know there was a lot of opinions that this game already looks mid and boring, which I think people are just farming for attention online. Because I think it looks good, and I'm actually looking forward to playing the closed alpha. I won't be able to talk about it right away, more than likely, because there is an NDA to sign for that closed alpha. I'm personally looking forward to playing Marathon, not only in the closed alpha that I got access to, but also when it comes out September 23rd. What are your guys' thoughts on the game? Are you looking forward to trying it out? Are you looking forward to the full release in September? Did you get a chance to try the original Marathon back on Mac? And let me know how you're doing as a reformed gamer now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.